Hi guys, and welcome to RTG. Quite excited about this one today. I don't usually go for these handheld computers. They've been done to death mainly on YouTube already, and I kind of collect 70s, 80s and 90s stuff, not really. This was introduced in 2003 and it is the Tapwave Zodiac 2. Boxed, very almost complete. Missing the CD, which a lot of them seem to be, but the CD is ready available online, so you can download that and make your own CD of it. Now, I got this recently. I've only had this about 3 days, so I've only had a little play with it recently. Now, this was introduced in 2003 in America and then came into the UK exactly a year later in October 2004. They are very hard to get hold of. And even Ted was very excited about getting this one. You don't see them come up often. Now, this is the Zodiac 2, which has 128 meg of RAM. The Zodiac 1 had 32 megabytes of RAM, and I think was a light grey colour. This is black in colour. So yeah, it's boxed. You can see here it has PC World. It was sold through Dixon's and PC World in the UK. And it is a Palm-based operating system little game console. Very hard to come by. You don't see a lot of them anymore. This one came up. I saw it advertised. I noticed it had been advertised 9 weeks ago. I really didn't think it'd be still available. Got in touch with the seller and he said, yeah, I've still got it. Do you want it? I was like, yeah, please. So, yeah, I got this for a very reasonable price. So, inside, we have the original little bags that the charge cable and everything came with. I have actually undone those because I was trying it out. That was the one for the universal travel charger. Then you have the quick start guide here. The Zodiac console tips and tricks book, software license agreement, limited warranty and the purchase agreement. And here we have the device itself. Now, I've seen a little bit on YouTube and on the internet about these things, and they have a really bad habit of the rubber around the edges here going. Now, if you have a look at the actual buttons, you can see that the rubber is gone completely. Now, when I got it, all this rubber was just completely just falling off. So in the end, I decided to just pick it off. So I've actually cleaned all the rubber off the edges here. So it does feel a bit weird in the hand at the moment. I am going to look to see if I can replace this with my own rubber. Maybe get a mould rubber kit and make a mould to put the rubber on that. So that's the unit itself. Then inside we have the sync cable. We have the original charger, the Tapwave charger. We also have the original earphones. I don't know if they've been used, but either way, I'm not putting them in my ear. I really don't fancy that. Now, it uses a pen for the touchscreen. You can use your finger with it, but you do have to make presses. And then this one actually came with 3 SD cards. 2 of them were empty, and one is the Zodiac demo disc version 2. You can see that there. It's got a couple of demos on it and everything. Now, Zodiac stopped selling this, I think, in 2005. They pulled the plug. Oh, it's got the little the wrist strap with it. Now they pulled the plug in this on 2005, sold it off to an Asian company, and it never says who that is, and never saw it again. It just kind of disappeared. But yeah, this one, the battery holds a decent charge. I have used it to install games. Now the original games are very expensive for these. People are selling them and asking for stupid money for them. There we go. The screen's not bad on it. It does power up. We go to card and you'll see a few games on here. One of them being, what have we got on here we can show you? We got SimCity. And as you can see there, SimCity's working. You can move it around. You can, I've just built loads of roads there in the middle of nowhere. So, as you can see, that one's working. Press the home button. And then go back to your card. Now you have the GTS racing one. The volume's quite low on this at the moment. I did that on purpose because it was rather annoyingly loud. So we say continue. If I can find the right button. Touch the screen, that helps. And here we are. So as you can see, this is our little racing game. Graphics aren't bad on it at all. Very playable. Oh, we nearly hit that tree. No, you can't quite hit the tree. It won't let you across the side there. Anyway, that's that one. And the one thing I do like about it is you can, there's a website called tapwave.net. I will put a link in the description to it. You can download every bit of software that ever came out for this. There wasn't very many original games released for it. Loads of people signed up for it, but because they kind of disappeared so quickly, a lot of the games never got released. This tapwave.net site has a lot of the unreleased games, and you can download them all, and one of them is this emulator software, LJZ. Now here, as you can see here, if I can show you that, you've got NES, SNES, Game Boy, Genesis, NGP, WS and TG16. Now, for the NES, if we launch this one, there we go, you can see Super Mario Brothers. There you go. Don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to play this from the side, by the way, so it might not be very successful. Not very good at this on the sideways on. There you go. And then, was it this one? No, it must be the next one. There we go. You go down, find your little secret room. So there's it working on there. Now, I've not been able to find the button to come out of this. Now, I have set the buttons up. It doesn't matter if I press home. It just, you can save your game, by the way, on all the emulators. So what I do is, a little reset button on the back here. Just tap it there. And there you go, it resets. Press home again. and then go back to card, LJZ, and this time we'll try the Genesis, and I've put Sonic on there just to show you. There you can go, there's Sonic running. Again, I can't see the screen very well like this, so I'll just run through dead quick and then we see if we can do that. There we go. There we go, under that zone. So that's Sonic working. The colours don't show up very well on this camera. It's hard to show you the colours. It looks a lot better in person. And again, with the emulated software, I can't seem to find a way to get out of this. So just tap reset. Now there is supposed to be two little rubber pieces here, and you can see the board underneath. It's where the rubber had completely gone there as well. Now I did find a site that has got, you can 3D print your own ones of these. And you can actually 3D print this with soft rubber, and these are actually online as well, so you could do that if you wanted to. I've just not bothered. And then on here you've got Quake, so just to show you Quake, it's quite dark as Quake. So new game. So Quake is running, as you can see. So there you go, that's Quake. No, I can't remember how you get out of this one again either. So we'll reset that one as well. I think it's a lot is to do with the way you set your buttons up. So you set your buttons up, and that will let you do, so you can exit out of it by pressing that. Now you go to utilities, you've got Hot Sync Graffiti 2, which is what they do for your tech. So we try it. So if we go to, oh yeah, it's got MP3 player built in. So you've got an organizer, to-do list, address book, games, my stuff, calculator, wordsmith. You can see, you type, and you're supposed to get used to how this works. So yeah, and that's all the features that are on it. So date book, calculator card, hot sync, memo pad. Now I've tried hot sync on Windows 10, but it can't find the drivers for the actual device, and it requires USB drivers to sync. So the easiest way is just SD card reader, copy the files across. If you go to the tapwave.net, they explain everything about how you get them on. And there is all the games there that you can think of. that were released for this thing, all of them. So really good little site. Like I say, I'll put a link in the description to that. But yeah, you don't see these very often. I was quite impressed. For the full specs and everything of it, it's an ARM-based processor with an ATI graphics chip, which isn't 3D accelerated, but it does a decent job. I mean, it came out around about the same time as the PSP. It was supposed to compete with that. And I suppose in many ways it probably would have done if people had kept on with it. But the sales were really slow, and I mean, it was the expense. This is the 128 meg model, which is the Zodiac 2. This was retailed in the UK and released on October 2004 at £330, which is an absolute ridiculous amount of money. The 32 meg was $270. I think in America it was $300 for the 32 meg and $400 for the 128 meg. But it just didn't take off, and it's a shame really. It is actually quite a capable little device. As you see, the emulators work fine, so if you wanted just a nice little handheld console to run around with all your emulators on, that would be ideal. Fits in your pocket really nice. This little screen protector is rather annoying, but it does protect the screen, so I'll leave it on. Yeah, so I do remember these, and I do remember having one of these a few years ago, this and the Gizmondo. And I sold both because I wasn't really that into them, and I got rid of them. And then, like I say, I saw this, and then I had to look to see how much people were trying to get for them and what people were paying for them, and I couldn't believe how much people were paying for them. And this came up, and like I say, it was an offer that was too good to miss, so I decided to go for it. I will keep it for a while. This might get sold. It's not something that I usually collect. I have little consoles or retro. I mean, let's be honest, you put it on your PC, you get a much better experience with on your PC than what you do with this. And I've got a Surface Pro, Microsoft Surface Pro 5, and you know, does all the emulators superbly. So, you know, I might keep it, I might get rid, I don't know. But if you've got one and you want to get the software, like I say, go to tapwave.net. Not affiliated with them or anything, but they've got every single bit of software that you can find. And if you go to the Internet Museum Archive, I think it's called, I'll try and get the link for that. The software disk as an ISO is down there. You can download that. It's about 50 megabytes for the entire thing. And you can burn a CD, and then you could maybe connect this up and hot sync it if you wanted to. I did try hot syncing it. The button works and it tries to connect, but you know. Anyway, last few things. So it's got a little headphone socket just in there. You can just see that. The joystick itself, the joypad, the whatever you want to call it, isn't that bad actually. I've felt worse. It's not a bad little unit. The buttons have reasonable clicks to them. The two shoulder buttons have quite good clicks to them. Now, it's a little bit of a handful getting everything there. The PSP being that bit wider makes it a little bit easier. But you can get to all the buttons nice and easy. So there is a click on the joypad as well, joystick. So yeah, two little speakers, one either side. They do go quite loud, to be honest. I was quite impressed with how loud it went for what it was. So yeah, so like I say, nifty little unit. I suppose handy for carrying around. I was quite impressed the battery lasted on this because all this is disintegrated. And like I say, I've taken the rubber off all the way around that. You can see that groove all the way around. Well, there used to be rubber in there. So when I got it, there was chunks of rubber here, missing here, there. So I just took it all out, made it look a lot neater. And every time you used it, you were getting bits of rubber falling and that were going everywhere. I think you can see it in the box there. Look, you can see a little bit of the rubber where it's disintegrating in the box. So yeah, so you know, not bad little unit. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but anyway, I thought it was worth showing you. I picked it up because it was so cheap. Just to let you know, I paid £40 for it. So there you go. Now you know. And which was a bargain, considering that the last one on eBay that claimed to be new sold for £300. So admittedly, it had a couple of games with it, but that's the kind of money you can get on these. So I thought at £40 it's got to be worth a go. Couldn't believe it was still available, but there you go. Got lucky. So if you like the video, hit the like button. If you don't like it, then don't hit the like button. And if you fancy it, subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a lot. No pressure, you don't need to. It just would help me out a lot. All right, well, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.